So this is a lab topology, and based on this lab topology, this is a simple lab that I created, and then we have two PEs here and two P routers. Two C routers are connected. So based on this, the interfaces are connected with P. I'll go and configure only P here to make it more simplify. And the FCBB-BB00 is basically a SID block, and this is the node ID that I configured. Let's start with the configuring. So I start enabling ISIS for IPv6, and wide metric is required, mandatory to have IPv6 enabled, and then I enabled IPv6 for all the interfaces. That is connected to all the Ps basically. So once I enabled IPv6, I'll see that my IPv6 interface details are in there. This is a loopback address. I'll go and check in the PE. So it is now getting advertised to the P1. So I have this IP address over there. Right. So this is my ISIS is up and working fine. So now we'll go ahead and do a segment routing and then configure the locator. With this locator, we'll discuss about this UNode, PSP, USD. What is that? The prefix that we are configuring over here is FCBB-BB01. Node ID is 1. And when I check the segment routing locator here, so I'll see that my locator is present. So my locator is present, and now the second step is I need to advertise this within ISIS. Then only it will start advertising. So my locator is there. It's an endpoint, SRv6 endpoint. Now I'll go ahead and configure the locator inside ISIS. So the locator will start advertising by ISIS. So if you see here, the locator, what I'm advertising over here is my locator and the function, right? So function is E000. That means that particular interface it is pointing towards that. So when I see all the SIDs, basically the SIDs are, see, all the interfaces will have a function. That means it is routing towards that particular interface. So I configured the node SID, and then if you see here, all the links that is been there assigned with an ID, that is function. So based on this function, basically where it will be sending towards, for example, traffic is coming here, this is an endpoint, and based on this endpoint, it will say this, for example, this function will be attached to that as it is endpoint. So it will say that if I'm having an interface towards this as well as this, right? Right now, what will happen is whenever a data plane is coming, it will check as an endpoint, it will check, okay, this is the locator, what it advertised. And then it will send in this particular interface towards PE2 because it is advertising as E001. So next we'll discuss about the topics, and then we'll further explore about this lab topology. Thank you.